Hi, folks, and welcome back. This is the next part in our series on syndicating a deal step by step. This is part three. So if you haven't watched part one and two, please go back and listen to those as well. And then follow us here on engaging your attorney in part three. So this is kind of the step that most people sometimes miss or forget, or kind of comes up at the wrong time when you basically have something gone wrong, right? But anyway, this is an important step, so please pay attention. But first, we got to kind of go over a disclaimer here. Obviously, if you've been following the video series, you know this is not an offer to sell or solicitation of an offer to purchase an investment or security. This information relates to possible real estate opportunities for qualified purchasers who have established an existing subsistent relationship with Pat Gage and/or the Block G Group LLC. Natural persons qualify as investors, as such, pre-existing relationships, and by proof of business experience, income, and net worth. Basically, please don't take our word for it. Please go consult a professional. I'm not a broker. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an attorney. I'm not a licensed anything. So please do not take our word. Please surround yourself with a team when you do these deals. Now, let's get on to this. When do you call your attorney? Okay, when do you pick up the phone and make that call? And I know a lot of you are on this are like, oh my God, okay, this is okay, way too expensive. But you know what? From experience, folks, it's a lot cheaper to engage an attorney and pay the $100, $200 an hour now than it is when your pants are on fire and you need to make a decision by XYZ, because that's how it happens when you get subpoenaed, when you get summoned, when your bank accounts get shut down. You need somebody in your corner that second. So please do take this seriously. This is a big business with big money, but again, it can be very rewarding and very fun. So first off, you are purchasing a specific property as soon as you have an agreed upon letter of intent. Okay, so this is when you would start engaging your attorney. The reason we say it here is, folks, is because if you engage him sooner, you're going to be charged for it. But once you know you're dead set on a particular property and it's going to move forward, then you engage the attorney. Okay, and again, because we know costs and stuff like that. But again, now if your attorney is going to be part of the deal, fine, fantastic, engage him earlier. I'm just saying that if doing a blind fund, and again we'll explain a blind fund, contact your attorney as soon as a decision is made. Now let me kind of explain what a blind fund is. A blind fund is you're just going out and gathering money, and you've set a goal, let's say $10 million. You do not have a specific, goodness, a specific property in mind. You're just raising money ahead of going out and doing the LOIs and putting it on contract. So what you're going to do is you're going to raise a certain amount of money, let's say $10 million. You would get that blind fund put together first, and then you'd go and do your LOIs and purchase agreements. Kind of, some people like to do it that way. Most of the equity funds or private equity REITs do this, where they gather a whole lot of money together. So now they know, okay, we have $40 trillion in our back pocket. We can pay XYZ for it. There's two different ways to do it. So you will not contact contract properties until the fund has raised the funds, and that's basically what I just said. There's two different ways to do it. Most people do it the first way, where they get a property and they get an LOI, and then they go out and contact to do this. Now I have seen some investors do it in the blind fund way. We haven't tried that way. But again, there's just two different ways to do with this. Now, biggest thing is to figure out if you're dealing with a security or not. Okay, and that will be your SEC attorney's determination. But this is kind of a rule of thumb for what you're looking at doing. Okay, only three things you need to consider with dealing with the security. Okay, you have to register with the SEC. You have to find an exemption to that registration. Okay, and then what if what you're doing is illegal. Those are the three things. And again, when you talk to an attorney, they're going to tell you, here's what I plan on doing, Mr. Attorney, A, B, and C, and D. Okay, fine. Then you got to register with the SEC, or we have to find an exemption. Now, bullet number two is the by far the best and quickest way to do this. If you have to go to register your SEC, should say uh, your subscription to the SEC, that's going to take hundreds of thousands of dollars and years and years and years. So you need to find an exemption to doing that registration. That doesn't mean that you're not telling the SEC what you're doing, because yes, you are. You'll have to fill out a form and send it in, and in fact, your lawyer will do that. So that'll be taken care of. So, but what we're trying to do is stay away from actual full-blown registration with the SEC. And again, I'm giving you the 5,000-foot level view, folks. Your securities attorney will know this, and he'll be able to say, okay, we need this exemption, like 506C, 506B. Okay, boom, file this piece of paper. I know here in my state, it's a Form D. I fill it out, send it in, and I'm done. As long as I've told them that what I'm doing, here's it's I think it's 4 or 5 lines I put on there. I'm done. That's it. But again, I knew that because I talked to my lawyer. Okay. So now dealing with the security again, let's take a look at this. The goal is not to register, as I said, with the SEC. Now, please don't get registering and filling out a form. There's two different things. The goal to registering it with the SEC in a full-blown uh, registration, it takes, like I said, $100,000, $200,000 in several years. We're trying to get you, seven figures, and takes a lot to complete. We're trying to get you an exemption, and this is what you pay your attorney for, to do this, to further process. Your attorney will look for the best exemption out there for what you're trying to do. And folks, you may think that that this this is you're doing the first thing. This has been done for hundreds of years. This has been done by everybody who owns real estate, from way back when, Warren Buffett, to way here today. So again, my biggest thing is I'm just giving you a 5,000-foot level kind of a uh, so when you go in and talk to the SEC attorney, that and hear from some familiar terms. But the biggest thing is, folks, contact an SEC lawyer in your state or the state that you're going to be doing business in for assistance. Do not take my advice here. Everything I told you is a lie, as one of my friends says. I'm just giving you an overview. Okay, the SEC attorney is going to guide you through this, and their goal is obviously not to go to the 6 to 7 figures and get you going there. Okay, so so with all that being said, that's the two different things that you'll be talking to your attorney on. And again, this video is really quick and really short. You engage your attorney as soon as you have an LOI that looks like it's going to go through, and then he can get the process set up and get all the paperwork done and stuff like that. Now, you can probably be looking for an SEC attorney right now, because again, they're not like personal injury lawyers on every benchmark, every bench person. So go ahead and take a look in your area, and maybe pick out a couple, and then just when you're getting to a point where you're getting down to the LOI stage, then contact them and say, here's what I've got going on. Okay, great, let's come in, we'll talk, and then they'll walk you through the different things. Okay, well, listen, folks, I hope that this video was very educational, high level. Obviously can't go too deep in these short little videos, but again, stay tuned for our next video, and we'll cover another step 4 in the process of syndicating a deal step by step. But you know what, here's a kind of an idea of what we're doing. Give you an idea of what we're doing. We're in buying mode, folks. We're buying properties all over the United States, multifamily as well as self-storage. We start at 24 units and we go up on the multifamily, and then the self-storage, we're probably around let's say 200 units and above is our capability. So we're looking for that, and again, if you're finding opportunities out there, give us a call, give us an email. But how can we help you? A lot of this business is networking. A lot of this business is helping other people. How can we help you? Are you a multifamily or self-storage investor? Do you have a property that you need some help on getting across the finish line? Do you have a property or eyeing a property or a portfolio of properties that you're looking at taking down and you need some help with that? Give us an email. Or if you just want to turn it over and give us a big fat referral fee, we like doing that too as well. And again, here's my personal email. Go ahead and email me at pat@opportunitycreator.com, and let's take a look at the opportunities that you have. Let's see what we got and see what is doable and possible, and see if we can do business. I would make nothing happier than giving you a big fat check for a referral. Or if you want a JV, obviously that's an opportunity too. But right now, if you don't have something like that, what you can do right now is go in and sign up for our newsletter. We First, we don't send a whole lot of emails out. It's actually a struggle to get one email newsletter out a month because we're so busy. But just go on our website there, and it's on the bottom part of our website on every page. Sign up for the email, and it comes once a month. Again, if you have some opportunities or want to just chit chat, give me an email there. And then, if you're in the Michigan or southeastern Michigan area, by all means, give me an email. Let's take a minute or two and go out and have some drinks and talk about your financial goals and what you want to do in real estate. Love to meet with you. Listen, thank you very much for your time and energy, and I hope that these videos are helpful. Leave me some comments below, and also visit our website. Thank you very much, folks, and have a great day.